Hello.
Howdy.
Oh, this is sad.
We need better tape, guys. Everything's falling apart.
It has lasted. Because we first put this up on our first Coffee and Donuts back like almost a year ago. It might be close to our year anniversary with Coffee and Donuts.
Woo!
I gotta find the date that we began it so we can celebrate.
Yeah, we'll
1
have
year.
like the popping streamer things.
And real donuts with
Wow.
actual coffee. That's only happened once. At the first Coffee and Donuts. So.
Oh, that's a big fail.
Anyways, hi everybody. Hello.
Welcome,
Amy. Obviously, it's not Father Gary.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint. Father Gary had other commitments tonight.
He's at a wedding somewhere.
Holy Names Academy.
Holy Names Academy. Yeah.
I'm assuming alumni.
Probably.
Yeah.
But we're here. Oh, hello, Ellen. And yes, happy
Hi,
solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord. Thank you, Ellen. But yeah, it's been a busy few days. I got to go to your hometown.
Oh.
Well, not hometown, but
my home area.
home area.
Yes. So what all did you do while you were traveling?
So yesterday I got a chance to spend the day in the Yakima Diocese in the North End, Wenatchee. So I went, for the first time, I finally went to Leavenworth.
I am shocked by that.
Yeah?
Leavenworth is a beautiful town. I'm sure the parishioners can attest to that as well.
And it's only like 2 hours away.
It's not that far away.
It's not far away, no.
And they have great summer activities, great winter activities. If you guys are into skiing, there's great winter and snowshoeing trails over there. Awesome.
I really enjoyed, it was a beautiful day, and there was a lot of like art galleries and out there. So I spent my time looking at the photography and art. Some art was meh. Other one was like, oh, this is beautiful. I can like pray with this. So not all art is created equal. And we had some German food. I don't often have German food.
Do you remember which place you went to?
It's on my Yelp.
Okay.
I don't. The place that we wanted to go to was packed, where they have, like, according to the Seattle Times, the best pretzel.
Oh.
But no, we went to like the next like highest rating on Yelp. And we had like this platter of like mixed things to just try out different foods. With a pretzel at the beginning, a lot of meat and potatoes.
Very German.
And sauerkraut, and this like purple thing that tasted like beets, but it wasn't beets.
Purple cabbage?
Purple cabbage.
Maybe?
Yes, probably. And apple strudel.
Ooh, yummy.
And then we had ice cream afterwards. So yeah.
I'm sure with the weather being what it was, the ice cream was needed. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, so I didn't go there just to do that.
Just to go and play in Leavenworth?
No, I had a good friend of mine from Mundelein Seminary who got ordained a transitional deacon. And to my surprise, Deacon Sam was there because one of his friends was his cousin being ordained a permanent deacon. Permanent deacon. So he was there. It was kind of like a weird Twilight Zone. I get there and I was like, wait, where am I? Why do I see Deacon Sam? And he said this. He saw me. He's like, wait, why are you here?
I asked Deacon Sam tonight if you guys carpooled, and he was like, I didn't even know that this was a thing.
Yep. So it was a great celebration, and then afterwards we had a reception. I got to talk to Bishop Tyson, Father Gary's good friend. So it was nice talking with him for a little while, and then drove back last night at 10. So I got home around 12:30.
Okay.
So I could use
drive was okay though.
Drive was okay. Yeah, I like driving. But anyways.
Yeah. Hi, Earl and Charlotte.
Always good to see both of you at Mass. So I thought, how about today we get started with a little mental image game. So here's what it is. I have with me images. They are pixelated, and it's up to us to figure out and guess what the actual image is, and then I will show the non-pixelated image to see if anybody guessed correctly.
This is the type of game we play at Crowd or Life Teen, but I normally get to facilitate, so I always know the answers.
Yep.
And I don't tonight. So you guys are going to have to help.
All right. Ready? So this is the first image. You need to try to guess what it is. And you can write on the chat what you think it is. for those who are chat capable. What is this?
It looks like it could be a couple of different things.
What
Is it zoomed in on part of it, or is that the whole, Father?
This is the whole. What is it?
I feel like it's either glasses or maybe a drone.
A drone? Oh. Could be a drone. Ready? It is.
Ooh, yay!
Yep, glasses. I did not guess this at all when I first did it. I was like, I can't figure out what that is. All right.
I feel like that had to have been like an easier one, and there are going to be more difficult ones.
All right, here we go. What is it?
What?
What is it?
If it was round, it would look like Bubble Pack.
And for the younger crowd, is not Minecraft.
Anyone in the chat able to help out with some possibilities?
What is it? Ready? What do you think?
I have like
No?
maybe like a computer board thing.
Okay. These
Blocks?
are, for all of our sound technicians, speakers.
Oh,
Speakers. Marshall speakers. So,
yeah, that's fancy.
yep, that is fancy. All right. Let's go old school with this one. Here we go. What is it?
I feel like looking through the back of the paper is easier.
Oh. What do you think?
It looks like a flip phone.
A flip phone? What kind of flip phone?
Razor? I think it's the only flip phone I know.
The Razor. Did you know that?
Did you have a Razor?
So the Razor came out my first year of college. And it was like the cool, oh, now we're blurry. Hold on. Unblur. There we go. So the Razor came out my first year of college. And we were all boring college.
Yeah.
We were all working just to pay for our classes. And I remember getting a little bonus at work. And I was like, I'm going to get myself a Razor. Oh, I felt like the coolest kid in school. So I was the only one with a Razor. It was this cool little flat thing. I remember putting it on my desk to show off.
Oh, no.
And people were like, dude, you got a Razor? You must be rich.
Where did you work in college?
At what became my permanent job, but I was just doing like filing. Dynamic Language was the agency.
Oh, cool.
Dynamic Language, but yeah.
I don't know if my parents are watching, but I never had a Razor. My mom had a Razor, and my dad got mad because he couldn't figure out how to answer, and he threw it across the room. Oh, there was major drama, but it was hysterical after the fact. That's like my lasting memory of a Razor phone.
Yep, Razor. Cool kid phone back in the day. And then Apple came and everything.
Everything went Apple.
Yep. Or touchscreen
Yeah.
with Android. All right. Final one. Well, a couple more, but this one should be easier. What is it?
Supreme.
What Supreme?
Supreme is like a clothing brand that like is way overpriced for what it is.
Is it
and
Supreme?
It's red and white.
It is Kellogg's.
Not Supreme at all.
Not Supreme at all. It's Kellogg's. And oh, okay. This will be our last one.
Oh man.
What is it? What is it?
I have no idea.
No? Another one for the cool kids back in the 90s. You were a cool kid if you carried one of these.
A Walkman?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. A Walkman. Most younger crowd will be like, what is that?
I've been putting in birth dates we have confirmation coming up, and I've been putting in all the kids' birth dates, and I was like, oh, I was in college when this child was born. It's really making me feel a little bit old.
I know. some of those, like the Razor and the Walkman, I played it with the confirmation group that I do on Fridays. They had no idea.
Never seen or heard.
They were like, yeah, we knew there was a famous flat phone, but is that what it is? It's like, yes, that's what it is. anyways, so how is confirmation?
Confirmation has been great. We have 72 people preparing for the sacrament across the various couple of groups. I know you have seven kids. And then we have a few, I think we have 10 adults preparing for the sacrament.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting close to the end. We have one more regular session and then rehearsal, and we're doing 2 masses because we just ended up with so many people this year.
Yeah.
But I have to say, way better than the 6 masses that you did last year.
Last year we had to divide to 6 masses because we had like 120.
Yeah.
120 confirmandi. So definitely a much more manageable group. So we'll have 2 masses. Tuesday the 8th, June 8th at 6:30 p.m. bilingual. And then Thursday of the same week, the 10th, at 6:30 as well.
With Bishop Elizondo.
Bishop Elizondo. So that'll be lively.
It'll be awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for both of those.
Yeah.
And to have them all the same week, which will be really special to have all of that activity happening on campus.
Yeah. Like today we had, 2 First Communion masses, English and Spanish. And it was incredible to see the kids' excitement and the parents too. And there's something about it, about the season and those sacraments that receiving them, it does something. It does something. So
do you remember your first communion?
I do remember my first communion, and I have a photo of when it was, safety wasn't much of a concern. So they would put all of the kids up in the altar at the end with our candles really tightly packed together. And my main memory of my first communion is like seeing how close I could get to the girl in front of me without burning her veil.
I wonder how many kids did catch on fire at some point during those.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some of the VHS videos of America's Funniest Home Videos. But anyways, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your confirmation?
I was confirmed as a baby.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, in Mexico at that time, they did confirmations shortly after baptism. So my confirmation was
the proper order of reception.
Yeah, before First Communion. So, although I'm like, it would have been cool and fun to have done it as a teen at 16, just because, you get to talk about faith at that age, what it means or doesn't mean to you, and try to figure out somehow who I am in that period of life.
Take ownership of your faith.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it worked. I was confirmed as a baby and something happened. It worked. So regardless of when you get confirmed, the grace is there.
Amen. Yeah.
Oh, and we wrapped up. So we'll talk mostly about what's happening at our parish regarding youth ministry. We wrapped up Life Teen, was it?
Life Teen ended last Sunday, so no Life Teen this weekend. We did an Ask Us Anything with Father Carlos and the core team. It was so much fun. The kids got to submit any question they wanted.
Yep.
And we answered within reason.
Those were good questions.
They had some really great questions. They had silly ones too, but then they also had some very deep
ones,
philosophical questions, which is awesome.
I don't remember thinking of these things at that age.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. St. Louise has some amazing youth that really want to have answers and take on their faith for themselves. And it's beautiful to witness and be a part of. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then crowd ended last Friday. We did some Veggie Tales clips, and the kids had different activities to do with different actions that happened during the game, during the video clips. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had Melissa DaCosta won the game. And so I've been racking my brain all week as to what kind of prize to get her for winning. And the DaCostas know this. Father Carlos knows this. I really like houseplants, so I've been propagating some things. So I'm thinking Melissa will probably get one of my propagations. Hopefully, parents are okay with that.
When was it? Last year for the grandparents' mass, I talked about plants because it was National Plants Day, and I was inviting the grandparents to buy a little plant for their.
Yeah.
And some, I still get comments. The plant's still alive. We got a plant
awesome.
for our what's the grandparent and then
grandchild.
Our grandchild. Yes, thank you. And they keep it alive, and it's a way of connecting with them.
Very cool.
Plants are good.
They are.
Plants are awesome. I love plants. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Oh yes, I brought some of the questions that the kids asked from our Ask Us Anything with Life Teen. So that Father Carlos could get put on the spot again. So we're going to start off easy.
Okay.
What is your favorite memory or encounter with Mother Mary?
And I was actually just talking to Deacon Sam about it. Some of you have probably seen the image of Mary that I created, that art piece, and that's got to be my favorite image of Mary. An encounter. So that came out of a prayer experience where I didn't really grow up with much of a Marian devotion. Mm-hmm. At the house, even in Guadalupe, it was culturally a big thing, but it really didn't go beyond that. So it was a retreat where they gave me the passage of putting Jesus inside the tomb and doing Ignatian prayer or meditation. I remember seeing them put Jesus inside. Everybody left except Mary, and I'm hesitating to go in. I peek inside, and there's Mary, just sitting in front of her dead son. And I'm just like pulled in. I go inside, and I just kind of stay on the side. And I'm just like felt this huge sadness of seeing Jesus dead, because throughout that whole retreat experience, I had some amazing experiences with Jesus. And I just felt like sadness that my friend was dead. So Mary just got up, came to me. She puts her arm around me, and she just says, "Wait with me. Wait with me." Oh, yeah. I'm not sensitive at all. So I'm like weeping. This is in my room. This is in Nebraska. I went to this retreat in Nebraska, so it's like hot and humid. I'm in my little room doing, because we had to do 4 hours of prayer a day. And I'm, this is like my second or third hour. So I'm tired, I'm sweaty, and I'm having this experience that I'm just like sobbing. And that image came out of that experience. So
that's awesome.
Wait with me. Wait with me.
You guys in the chat, share any favorite encounters or memories of Mother Mary. Love to be able to see that. Mm-hmm. One of the silly questions the kids asked, and in the chat, you guys answered too. If you were any cooking utensil, what utensil would you be?
I think what was it that I said? A spork?
A spork.
Because it's versatile, and I feel like I'm pretty versatile with people. Like I can get along with pretty much almost anyone. So a spork, it's there when you need it for anything.
Yeah.
So I think I identify with a spork.
A spork. Okay. Interesting.
A spork.
What is a normal, ordinary weekday like for a priest? Like, what does your Thursday look like? So
my Thursday, my alarm goes off at 5:30, and then I fight with it for about 30 minutes, sometimes over an hour. So I'm usually up by 6, and the first thing that I do is I just, push the on button of the coffee maker, which is right next to my bed.
Smart.
Right next to my bed. And then once that gets going and the smell comes out, I'm like, yep, it's time to get up. Get out, drink my coffee, do my morning prayer as I look to make sure that all the fish tanks are okay and there's no spillage overnight. It has happened.
Ooh.
Yep. When a filter malfunctions, I'll wake up to water on the floor. Luckily, that's only happened once. So I'll check the animals as I,
Make
drink
sure
the
they're all
coffee
still
and
in the cages.
make sure they're in the cages. Then after that, I'll do my morning workout. Now that it's nice outside, I like to go out for a nice walk or jog around the little pond lake area. Get back, shower, usually run to mass, 9 a.m. mass. After mass, I'll run back, get a quick bite to eat, and then onto the office. And then in the office, Thursdays is usually between emails and meeting with people, one-on-ones, appointments, meetings, staff meetings, and prayer. In the evening, we have dinner with Father Gary. Oh, at noon, I do take a break to go walk the tortoise outside.
Nice.
So now that it's nice, the tortoise needs natural sunlight so that its shell can properly grow. So at noon, I'll take a little break, a lunch break. And if the sun is out, I'll take the tortoise out and then continue my day with appointments, meetings, etc. And then have dinner with Father Gary at 5:30. And then usually if I lead the rosary, I'll lead the rosary. If not, we usually have like a pastoral council or finance council or some other kind of meeting in the evening. And finally, I'll prepare, if I'm preaching the next day, I'll prepare a homily that night. Do my night prayer, call it a day.
So you're telling me priests don't just hang out around and drink coffee and read books and all that fun stuff?
No, it would be nice. You read a lot for like your prepping stuff, which I enjoy, biblical exegesis. I also, when I'm in transition, like if I'm running from like the office or I'm taking a walk, I would listen. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
So I subscribe to a lot of podcasts, both science, psychology, theology, and all of that helps me as I'm preparing my homilies for that weekend. So you've noticed some of my homilies might be more like, I remember doing one on mental health, based on the Joker, the movie The Joker.
Oh yeah.
I remember that one. So yeah, it depends on what I'm feeling and what the gospel message is, how I can bring it to light in terms of the social sciences.
Do you have a favorite podcast right now?
I really like Jesuitical.
Yes, that's on my top list.
I really like Jesuitical, and the one that I just listened for enjoyment is called The Wild. The Wild by James Martin. He lives in Bellingham, and it's like a nature podcast. He's the one. For those of you who heard about me looking for owls, up in the Skagit Flats, so I heard it on his podcast, and he does this amazing podcasts. The audio gives you an incredible visual, so he really brings nature to your ears. Yeah, it's great.
Very cool.
The Wild.
Where on campus is your favorite place to pray and or do photography?
I like photographing the campus in the winter when it's snowing.
Oh.
It transforms. So I did a photo shoot in the winter, and I really enjoyed mostly like the grotto areas or where the statues are, because the snow just it creates an effect. Favorite place to pray on campus? I really like the little private area right behind the chapel here. There's a little grotto of Mary. It's peaceful. It's kind of it's not secluded, but it's private enough to you feel like you're somewhere else. So I really like that space.
Nice.
I really like the space.
Favorite or funniest memory at St. Louise?
I've had many oopses at Mass, so I can name many of them. One of them that I remember is I remember giving like this homily, and I was like, I think I rocked it, and I'm like, drop the mic type of thing. And then afterwards I sit down, and I was in such a high that I'm like, I don't know what happens next.
Oh no!
I went completely blank. I don't know what else to do. So I get up, and I think I asked, do we do the creed next?
great like confidence booster for
Yeah.
the parishioners.
Yeah, I was like, do we
Yeah.
use the creed next? So that's one in like public
Yeah.
humiliation, but I embrace it. And then my second favorite is a couple of them, but probably the we were with Katie here in the office, and all of a sudden we heard this huge thump, and we stopped, and I'm like, huh, that was weird. And then I continued talking, and Katie's like, wait, did a tree just fall down? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, we should go check it out. It's like, do we? It's like, yes, we should. So a tree actually did fall down.
Is it the giant one?
It's the giant one that fell down and took down the fence. But she always reminds me of remember that one time the tree fell and you were just like, huh, that's weird.
Father, I feel like that's a little bit of a pattern for you. Because the parish hall flooded.
The parish flood. It did flood. And I saw it flood and it didn't register that it was flooding. Yeah.
So I'm learning that we need to say extra prayers for Holy Spirit.
I'll let our custodial and maintenance staff know. Yeah, that's not my forte. Definitely not my forte.
Oh man.
But
the kids had a lot of great other questions, but a lot of them are also very in depth.
mm-hmm.
Why should faith matter, and why is there so much suffering? St. Louis youth.
Oh yeah,
really.
That was a really
hard
good
about
conversation.
things.
Yeah.
I think my last question for you is going to be: who is your favorite saint right now?
My favorite saint right now. They do change.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm praying with the most right now is St. John of the Cross.
Mm-hmm.
He comes and goes in and out of my prayer life quite often, and I printed one of his little meditations on my mirror, so every morning I get to see it. If a person is seeking God, know that his beloved is seeking him first.
Mm.
All you need to do is make space so that what's to come may come. What you need to receive may be received. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Today, that's going to be my goal today. Yeah, I have a lot of things to do, but my goal today is to just make space for God so that what may come can come. So that's been my mantra for the last couple of weeks. St. John of the Cross.
That's great.
And he's Spanish, and his writings in Spanish, the language is a little bit more technical for me. One, because it's from Spain, and Castilian is a little bit more technical than I'm used to, and also my Spanish is pretty good, but not awesome. So it takes me a little more, and with a dictionary, what does that word mean? But it's poetry. It's poetry.
Yeah.
Same thing with Teresa of Avila. They were friends. So she's also a great one. But yeah, right now, St. John of the Cross.
Awesome.
What's his book? The Night in the Soul?
Yes,
The Dark Night of the Soul. That's if you're looking for a good spiritual read and you haven't had an encounter with St. John of the Cross, that's a good introduction. The Dark Night of the Soul by St. John of the Cross.
It's excellent.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Very cool.
All right.
Today is the feast day of Saint Dymphna, who is the patron saint of mental health, and it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
So the youth really like Saint Dymphna. We talk about her frequently.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the feast of Julian of Norwich, who's my confirmation saint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Very
had a little moment with her yesterday.
Yeah. That's what they're here for. Saints. Have moments with the saints. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It's beautiful out, so I might go out for a little walk before dusk comes in.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, I hope that you yourself have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Good start of your week. All right. Many blessings. Bye-bye. Is that your mama?
Yeah.